Hi guys, it's Kristin from apokreations, and my new froggy mold just came in. So yay, because it's Froggy Friday. Okay, so I need to pull out my beads, since these were the eyes. Yeah, I don't think so. So it was back to Amazon. I needed to go. So what I am going to do is take some of these yellow beads and, take a Sharpie. Where's my black Sharpie? Of course, I don't know. All right, hang on, I have to find my Sharpie. Okay, so I found my Sharpie. So I am going to all right, I never claimed to be an artist. Oops. Oh, goodness. All right, that was a horrible job, but it is what it is. All right, I'm gonna color the other one. Okay, so, did it do a good job? Yeah, not necessarily. Ugh. No, wrong one. All right, I got a big bubble right there. All right, hold on. Okay. All right, hang on. Okay. I don't know that they're going to be straight, but, you know, I'm not massively concerned if he's got a wonky eye, because I'm making a Triclops. The all-seeing eye. No, it's not too bad. He looks like he's stoned. Okay. All right. So I made up some resin, and it is the Let's Resin tabletop epoxy. Okay, so I am going to, before I do anything, get my microfiber cloth and squirt a little alcohol on there so I can clean my eye. Yeah, I'm gonna put alcohol in my eye. All right. So okay. So I am going to let this cure. I'm just doing this to get any bubbles out. All right. So I'm going to spray a little alcohol. All right, so I will be back for the next layer.
Okay, so I'm using the Let's Resin orange and yellow. Unfortunately, this orange, excuse me, I'm getting a cold, so please excuse my voice. But this orange looks like it's kind of brown. I thought maybe I didn't shake it up enough, but no, it looks brown. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm just dropping those on there, and I made some white that I'm going to, eh, I don't want to do a bloom per se. This is the white that I'm using, and honestly, I can't remember what the name of it is. Hang on. Okay, so it's called Thickwood Color by Resin Rockers. And then I also used the bloom paste from Pouring Your Heart Out, Julie Cuts, and mixed them both together. I'm just trying to, excuse me, get some semblance of a white, not too opaque, not too transparent. Um, and and I'm just going to kind of swizzle it around, not in any, you know, particular way. I start out looking like I have a plan, but let's be honest, I don't. I don't think I ever do. So, so yeah, at this point, I'm just winging it, and and then just trying to get the white mixed into the colors. And so now I'm grabbing a little bit more of that orange that's not really orange, and the yellow, and dribble them in. Blah blah. Words are hard. Dribbling them in. Then I'm going to go back in with the white and drazzle that around in no particular fashion. Just trying to get it in there and not make it purposeful. But yeah, so just trying to get like a coffee, like a coffee with cream kind of vibe going. And now I'm just going to put the rest of the excess resin in my little turtle from Into Resin. All right, so I have made my resin orange, and now I am going to be using like Really Pretty from PDB Creative Studio. And I'm going to use the Daniel Cooper hack of putting in a drop of the clear Elmer's glue. Here I'm just trying to stir the glitter in and not introduce a bunch more bubbles than I already have. And I feel like I'm using a coffee stir instead of a popsicle stick, but I think I actually am using a popsicle stick. And then I just put, I think I put like 2 drops, or I was trying to get 2 drops in there, but it wouldn't come out. Because I figure I needed very much. It's not, it's not like I needed a lot of resin Yeah, it's already getting kind of snotty. But yeah, I'm just trying to fill the rest of the frog up so it's not like it, you know, even if it did sink, it wasn't going to go very far and you'd still be able to see it. But, you know, I had never used this trick before. And so I thought, you know what? Let me give it a shot and make my Triclops frog very orange and sparkly, since the orange alcohol ink I tried to use was actually brown. And you can see that now in the resin that I'm pouring over. All right, so obviously, you know, I have to tell you, I'm just pouring the resin. Although it's, I don't know if I like this glue trick, right? I like the idea that the resin suspends the glitter. Oh, and this is when I figured out that my desk isn't level, and I took my leveling table off because I needed what was on it to be level, and I had to move it because had to work on my frog. So yeah, so right now I am just putting it down into the toes, because on this one I don't think that I put anything in his toes. I think the eyeball was really the big focal point of this one. And so I figured it didn't matter what I was putting in his toes. I don't know. But I do love that resin and the sparkly glitter that's in it. I love that color. And I'm not a big, huge orange fan, you know, which is sad because the area that I live in northern New York, one of our major SUNY universities is Syracuse, and their mascot is a big orange. Yeah, it's kind of funny looking. But anyway, I digress. So I am just pouring a little bit more in now that I've gotten the resin out to the toes. And like I said, you know, I like the idea that the glitter is suspended in the resin, but I just really am not a huge fan of the gloopiness of the resin once you put glue in it. So, you know, it's one of those, is it worth it? I guess if you want to use regular glitter instead of like the non-sync glitter that you get from Into Resin, which I have. I just didn't have it at the time. So, and this little...
Okay, back for the demold. So sparkly. Ooh. All right, so let's see what our sparkly froggy looks like. What? Oh, bubbles. But we've got a Triclops Petri effect frog. Look, how pretty. Okay, so I've got a lot of bubbles in the eyeball. I'm gonna have to think about another way to get them in there. Oh my gosh, the eyeball. So I wrote that in marker, and clearly it ran a little, and so I think my poor little froggy is having like an aneurysm or something. But look how cool that. So I tried to do, okay, so so what had happened was, so I tried to, and you remember from previous in the video, I did some alcohol inks over the eyeball, right? Because it's just like a white background because it's supposed to be sticky. So I put in the Let's Resin orange and yellow, and I honestly don't know if I didn't shake it enough or what, but it came out looking, I don't know if you can see this because the light is weird. Hang on, let me get my UV light so you can see. It looks brown. Does it not? I don't know. But anyway, the alcohol inks looks really cool. And then I just put a bunch of white and I swirled it so I could get some kind of Petri effect or something in his head and his legs. So, well, again, I don't think it turned out really bad, but I have to do something different so I don't get so many bubbles. But before we take our glamour, why with the bubbles? Before we take our glamour shots, we have to, oh, that was nice. You like that? Perfect. Okay, hang on, I gotta wipe this off. Because I don't need it smoking and everything else. You put his crown on. Oh, hello. I am just, I don't know what today. Okay, I'm gonna just set it on there real quick and, yuck. Got it all over his head. And then I'm gonna put him in the Let's Resin lamp.
And
so
here's Mr. Triclops Froggy in his glamour shots. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Subscribe if you're not already. Thank you to all my subscribers. Hit the like button, share the video, and you guys have a blessed day, and I will see you for the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.